Cancer, welcome to my channel. My name is Echo Moon, and today I'm going to be doing your July Love 2018 reading. I kind of said that backwards, but you get what I'm saying. This is a general reading, so some of it may apply to you, some of it may not. Check out your other signs, check out another video. This is going to apply to both singles and couples because I haven't separated the two yet, and this is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So the cards have already been meditated on, blessed. What I got from your meditation, Cancer, is that a lot of you guys are coming out of depression, coming out of conflict in your relationship, or coming out of conflict with yourself. I felt like at one point you guys are feeling like nobody understood you, and so you kind of you went within, like you withdrew. And I feel like now you're coming out of that, and you're like, feeling a little bit more vibrant, loving love again, dedicating yourself and focusing more on, yourself and your relationship or your family. So let's see. So we're going to be focused on your situation, the challenge, your focus, the advice, and the outcome. And you are my last reading for the night. Like, you are my last oomph, my last bit of energy that I have. Okay, let's see. Oh, that popped out. Okay, so for your current situation, we have co-create. I'm going to lay out the cards and then show them to you. For your challenge, we have imagine. For your focus, we have breathe. For your advice, we have treasure island. And for your outcome, time to go. Okay. So, current situation. A lot of you is co-create. So a lot of you guys, or some of you guys rather, because right, this is not going to resonate with everybody, but some of you guys are in the space and energy of feeling inspired. You want to it's like you want to team up with someone. You're ready to be kind of like not like reintroduced into society, but kind of like you want to like create either a family, you want to start a new life, you're looking at a new direction, but you're doing it with somebody else, and you're coming from a heart space when it comes to co-create. It's like, you're inspired to do something new, and that's why I feel like you're coming out of that dark place, you're coming out of that depressed mode. Now in your challenge position, we have imagine. Okay, so some of you guys are doing a little bit too much this and not too much action. You know what I mean? Like, instead of imagining what you can have in a relationship or imagining what you can have in a partner, you need to start putting in the work. You know what I mean? Like, so if you have a certain type of person, then that's the person that you want to just focus on. Not exactly like a person, like you want them to be tall, and you want them to be muscular or be loving and be caring and love you for you, etc. Whatever it is that you're looking for in a soulmate, you need to pretty much act like you already have that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the action behind the intent. So instead of doing a lot of this and being in your head, you need to actually just take the actions and take the steps to get what it is that you want. And right now that's in your challenge position, so you need to focus on that right now. Your focus right now is breathe. I feel like you've already been doing this though. Taking that time out for yourself, meditating, going within, finding your answers, feeling enlightened, feeling, invigorated, feeling, like I said, inspired. I feel like you guys have like the inner, like that inspiration, like that newness, that freshness going on. Your advice is Treasure Island. So this is going within yourself, finding things out about yourself that you've never really faced, and knowing that these things are not a hindrance to you, they're actually a gift. Right? It's like going into the buried treasure, if you want, going within the depths of yourself. If you're in a relationship, this also means that you are doing this with your partner. You guys are both looking at each other in a new light. The advice is to look at each other in a new light, so that way you guys can find something, you know, a little bit more deeper than what's at surface level. And whatever it is you find, that's going to actually strengthen your bond with that person, deepen that connection. Your outcome is time to go. So some of you guys could be walking away from a relationship, or some of you guys could be walking away from an energy. You know, like I said in the beginning, coming out of that, you know, depressed state, coming out of that introspective, you know, state of mind. And if you look close enough, she's heading towards a door. So it's kind of like you're leaving behind that old emotion and you're heading towards that door, that new direction, that new feeling. So we're going to take out some tarot cards and we're going to clarify what we have here. What's up with my camera? Why isn't it focusing? Are you focusing? There we go. What was that? Oh, wow. All right, so for co-create, oh, nice. Yes, for co-create, what we have for clarification is the Ace of Cups. So I'm going to lay out the cards and I'll show you after, okay? For imagine, which is in your challenge position. What do we got for imagine? We got the Five of Cups, okay? For your focus, we have breathe, which is pretty much being in that meditative state. Taking some time out for you. Oh, okay. That's too many cards. We have the Nine of Pentacles. For Treasure Island, which is your advice, going within, finding that buried treasure, that love, which you guys already have, but like that deep love. Okay, that fell out. We have the Tower. Somebody else had that in that position for their advice. And for your outcome, we have time to go. Justice. Where the hell did my cat go? Yeah, justice. All right, so sorry. For your current position, you have co-create and you have Ace of Cups. So in your current situation, you're healing, you're opening yourself up to love. There's beginning stages of new love. There's new life in your love life, if that makes sense. But yeah, this is beginning stages of love. This is basically new love. And this is like coming together with someone. I feel like this is more towards people who are in a relationship. Like, this is more of a relationship reading, but even if you're not in a relationship, these are things that are coming towards you. You know what I mean? Like your current situation, you know, you're focused on, you know, starting new when it comes to love, healing yourself, you know, like being inspired by love, by your emotions. Love, love, love. And in your challenge position, you have imagine. So thinking about something but not taking any action. And what's clarifying that is the Five of Cups. So looking at something in the past instead of focusing on what's in the now. instead of focusing on what you have, focusing on the love that you have for either another person or yourself, what have you. It's kind of like, get out of your, both of these cards pretty much represent like, stop looking at something and start doing. You know what I mean? Like, focus elsewhere. Put your actions towards what it is that you want and what it is that is emotionally fulfilling for you. And I feel like the Five of Cups, I felt like that's where you were. Yeah, I needed another one for that, because I kind of just felt like maybe some of you guys might be still in that stage of, feeling depressed and not being happy, of getting what you want, like, out of your relationship. Maybe you're not getting the respect that you want. Maybe you're not, feeling like you're being heard. That could be also a challenge for some of you guys. But for others, if you are, getting out of that dark place, it's kind of like it's being clarified also by the Fool. Like, get out of the mode of thinking about what you want and actually start taking the steps towards it. Take the risk. Don't be risk averse, and that could be your challenge. You're not trying to take risks. You're comfortable where you're at, instead of, your advice is go deep within, like, do things differently than what you're used to. What your focus is breathe. So that's meditation, that's going within, that's taking some time out for yourself. And what's clarifying that is the Knight of Pentacles. So this is something, I feel like this is, something that's, it's a person. You could be dealing with Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, or just somebody who has that energy of taking their time, moving slowly, because that could tie into the challenge of, like, all right, knowing what you want, but also taking the time, taking a breather, figuring things out, getting that clarity, being a little bit more practical about things and less about the emotion. So this is actually, now that I'm speaking out loud, this is your energy right here. You're focused on slowing things down and not jumping into things, not jumping into your emotions too fast. Finding that balance, that even keel. And when it comes to your advice, you have Treasure Island, so going deep within. But it's clarified by the Tower. So it's kind of like, if you don't do the work, then Spirit's going to do the work for you. And it's going to put you back in a place where you don't want to be. Who wants to go back into that depressed, dark space? Who wants to go within and not, communicate? Or even when you communicate, you're not really saying what you really want to say. You're not really communicating how you want to feel, or how you want to feel, how you feel. So it's kind of like, go deep within. Find things out about yourself that you probably haven't discovered, or you probably haven't focused on or wanted to look at. You know what I'm saying? It's like your advice is kind of like, it's kind of like, by going within yourself, like, kind of like finding the things about yourself that make you uncomfortable. It's like, confront your fears. You know what I'm saying? Confront things that like, why is it that you're going into that dark place? Like, evaluate that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, good, you came out of it, you feel refreshed, you feel renewed, but it's just like, your advice is basically like, figure out, why is it that you go to that place? Why do you go deep within? And when you see whatever you see there, what is that? Like, feel that emotion. Focus on what it is. How does that derive? How can you fix it? How can you, avoid going into that shell? if you will, the proverbial shell that Cancer is going to. All right. Your outcome is time to go. And clarifying that is justice. So some of you guys are leaving your relationship because that's what you feel is the fair thing to do. It's not making you happy. It's not fair. It's not balanced. So you're leaving. And some of you guys, like I said earlier, are moving away from that feeling, moving away from that emotion, and balancing yourself out. Like I said, even keeled. Justice. Like being fair towards yourself and knowing that you shouldn't be in that mind space. Being fair to the other person that you're dealing with because you're not communicating with them. You're shutting them out. But sometimes you need to work on you. So I feel like you get out of that space. I feel like you work on you. I felt like you found your balance. Found your balance. And even if you're single, this also can apply to you as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be couples, even though I kind of feel like that's the energy that I'm getting here is, and that's kind of what the energy I got when I was meditating on your sign anyway, was this was more about a relationship, like something that's going on currently right now, as opposed to what's coming in. But even if you're single, it still applies, you know, working on yourself, going within, coming out of your shell, healing yourself, wanting to, you know, be in a relationship and be a part of a union with somebody, but taking the steps to get there. Stop being in that depressed state. Stop focusing on what happened to you from so-and-so or what happened to you way back when, you know, and take that risk. Put yourself out there, but take your time. Like, don't rush into things with your emotions. Rushing, you know, not rushing with your head, but like balance out your heart and your mind. You know what I'm saying? And that goes the same thing with the advice. Like, go to that place where you feel uncomfortable and find out exactly what it is that causes you to go into that state of depression. Because the outcome is you are going to balance yourself out. There is going to be, you know, justice is going to prevail for you. Some of you guys could also be going to court, like divorcing somebody, like leaving the relationship and taking that person to court for the divorce. Yeah. So I hope this resonated with you, Cancer. I wish you luck. I wish you many blessings, love and light. Please like, subscribe, comment below, shoot me an email if you want. I didn't say this in the beginning, but I'm painting right now, so that's why it kind of looks like the background is a little bit of a mess on my walls, but I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.